When it comes to basketball, Kobe Bryant once said, it's not about the number of hours you practice, it's about the number of hours your mind is present during the practice. Hi, my name is Alexander Turco, and today I'm going to be informing and demonstrating the necessary fundamentals in shooting a basketball. To those who have limited to no experience in shooting or playing basketball, this brief presentation will hopefully help teach you some of the shooting basics to where you can enjoy playing the sport. To begin, I will talk about the importance of patience and confidence. Then I will explain the significance of consistent practice when shooting a basketball. Finally, I will display the correct shooting technique when using a basketball. First, let's discuss the patience and confidence that is required when it comes to a jump shot. If you ever have watched a game of basketball in the NBA or perhaps the NCAA, you notice that there are always crazy shots that go up when players shoot. When they have to force a shot up, the majority of the time, they will probably miss because they're not having a sense of patience. You've probably heard the sayings, they're on fire or they have the hot hand. This just means that they just haven't missed a shot yet. Being patient and having composure is a key in constantly making shots, and by doing this in every jump shot, you're keeping the same form while always putting up quality shots. Along with having patience comes confidence in oneself. What I mean by confidence is always having a feeling that you're going to make the next shot. DrDishBasketball.com states, the more you envision makes, the more confident you'll become. This is a perfect example for having a more optimistic mindset when going into every shot. Having positive affirmations in your shooting is what will bring patience and confidence. Michael Jordan had once said, if you quit once, it becomes a habit, so don't quit. This leads to my point that to develop a consistent shot, it takes constant practice. Having a good work ethic is what will bring good results and success in your shooting form. In the game of basketball, the more you practice, the more you will feel and realize what a good shot is like. Once a true shot is achieved, that will then be embedded into your shooting habits, which is one of the most important skills in the game of basketball. Having determination and being persistent in practicing your shooting will only bring success in becoming a better shooter. And now, I'm going to be going outside and demonstrate to you all how to shoot a basketball. Now that we're outside, finally, I will show you how to use the right mechanics when shooting a basketball. An acronym I adopted for developing the correct form is BEEF. The B for balance in your shooting, E, elbow tucked in, second E is eyes on the rim, and F, focus on your follow through. Before we start, go to your local gym or use a hoop outside your house while holding a basketball in your hand. First, you will start with the B, which stands for balance. Always remember to have a stance that is shoulder width apart. Then, once you're shoulder width apart, make sure your dominant foot is slightly in front of your non-dominant foot. And just like the foot, make sure the palm of your dominant hand is on the front of the ball, while your opposite hand is on the side of the ball, which gives it support. Once you have the right stance, the next step is the first E, that stands for elbow tucked in. As you bring your hands up towards your head, make sure your elbow tucks in like this and not out. This will cause your form to change and the direction of the ball will change if you do this with your elbow tucked out. Then the following E, which stands for eyes on the rim, is the next step. By doing this, you're looking at the target for where you want the ball to go on, which is the rim right here. After that, the last letter is F, which stands for focusing on your follow through. So when you focus on your follow through, the reason you do this is because it affects your shooting motion and ball rotation whenever you shoot the ball. So that's why it is very important when you shoot the ball to make sure it's good while it's in the air. Now I will demonstrate to you how to put this all together and use BEEF in your shooting form. And just like that, by using BEEF to correctly shoot a basketball, this will bring you quality shots that will help you make a lot of buckets. One way in learning how to shoot a basketball is using BEEF, but it takes practice, patience, and confidence to ultimately become a better shooter. With that being said, I hope I've taught you something through my demonstration and info I've provided you with. So the next time you have nothing to do, go outside, shoot some hoops, but don't forget to remember using BEEF every time you shoot. Basketball is a sport that I've always enjoyed playing. Learning a new skill or developing a new skill is always beneficial, especially a sport such as basketball, because once you know how to do it and you get a correct shooting form, it's fun to play with anyone. Thank you.